Yes, so we are now even live on the YouTube. Great. Okay, so everyone, very good afternoon, and I welcome you all to this wonderful, start of the leadership dialogues this year. Every year we conduct the leadership dialogues, and we call the eminent people from industry, all chief executive level people from the industry, and the we always start with sir. I remember for last 2 years we are starting this tradition with our sir. So sir is actually has worked in the industry for 40 plus years. Into the Cadila he has been, and voluntarily retired as senior vice president and vertical head from Cadila, and right now sir is the professor of practice in almost 25 universities in India, and he is also uh, right now, with us as the director of our board of Curio, Training and Research Institute Curio, and not only this, he is associated with almost 100 organizations. So Tanvi will be introducing sir. So sir, first of all, I would like to welcome you. Thank you very much for this leadership dialogue. And guys, today's the topic is this, the attitude matters. So this is the book, this is the third book written by sir, and recently launched a month back, which is still Amazon the bestseller. Okay, and almost we have sold 10,000 plus copies, if I'm not wrong, sir, or more, isn't it? Yes, so it's still Amazon's number one bestseller for last 1 month. So you must read this. And to discuss this topic only, we have called sir. We have requested sir to because attitude matters for everyone, whether they are a student, whether they are academicians, whether they are working professionals, whether they are the managers, top leaders. For everyone there is a different attitude, and they must carry some specific things for everyone, and with the gratitude attitude, this is very much important. So to discuss that, I'll not be delayed. I will again welcome you all, welcome sir, to this wonderful leadership dialogue. And guys, you will be getting certificate, but for that to stay till the end, and you have to fill the form. That's the mandatory part. You have to fill the attendance come feedback form at the end, and then you will get the certificate. Okay, so I'll not delay it much, and I will hand over the mic to our intern of June 2025 batch, Tanvi Ambekar. So over to you, Tanvi. Please introduce yourself and go ahead with the sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Tanvi Ambekar, and I'm honored to welcome you to the first episode of the Leadership Dialogue series. Today's episode is centered around one theme that resonates with time, industries, and individuals as to how attitude plays such an important role in shaping one's life. We are truly privileged to be joined by someone who embodies this principle through decades of leadership, mentorship, and purpose driven work. Professor Dr. Pramod Kumar Rajput, who has always supported CLIMED's mission and vision as well. Professor Rajput brings with him over 42 years of experience in both pharma and healthcare sector, where he rose from being a medical representative to becoming the senior vice president and international business vertical head at Cadila Pharmaceuticals, one of India's leading pharma companies. He's a blend of both corporate wisdom as well as academic passion, and completed his MBA, PhD, and over 27 certifications from top global universities, along with 14 honorary doctorates. Currently, he is serving as the professor of practice at multiple universities and is also the vice president of the MSME Chamber of Commerce and Industry in the education sector. As a speaker, he has inspired over 65,000 individuals, delivered 500 plus leadership talks, and authored best selling books, including The Leaders with Ladders and The Leaders with Transformational Leadership. We're truly honored to have him with us today. His story is a testament of resilience, humility, and a commitment to excellence, not in the workspace, but also in life in general. Welcome, Dr. Rajput. How are
Thank
you,
you so
sir,
much.
today?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Very, very good afternoon. And I'm fine, very happy always to be a part of Climate and Curio, and very happy to be a part of Dr. Ajit Singh Group. such a wonderful people, and thank you, Tanvi, for such a lovely introduction. I am so happy because on the Sunday, which is a holiday, the people have a lot of their own work. Spite of that, they are able to join that too when the lunch is getting prepared by their soulmates or by their parents and all, but they have joined. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining in this great context. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being with us over here today, sir. It's truly an honor. Let us now begin by exploring your remarkable journey. So, my first question for this episode would be how you started your entire journey to reach up to this stage. You started your career as a medical representative and then rose to head the sales and marketing sector for various international markets. Could you take us back to any specific moment in your early life that shaped your path and your definition of what success would be like for you?
Thank you. What a wonderful question. You have made me nostalgic, right? That a young boy of 19 years completing the graduation, leaving the engineering college in just 45 days, with having a clearance that yes, he wants to make his career in the medical field without knowing the anatomy, physiology, and all. So that are the things which have started. So first of all, I must once again thank you for your kind introduction. And my story is like many others, as so many people they have joined. Begin with the humble roots. As I began on the ground as a medical representative, meeting doctors, learning the nuances of the healthcare from the grassroots level, learning the medical science, because I was not aware about anatomy and physiology. So my learning was starting that the people they learn the biology during the 10th standard, 12th standard. But I started this scratch after doing my graduation. So that experience taught me a couple of the very important lessons, I will say. First is humility, which is a very important thing, and that is the basic requirement. Second thing is the grounded beginning, because my beginning is also as a grounded. Graduation, engineering college selected, leaving engineering college, started with zero again. Then resilience. Resilience is another part which is very important, because if you are resilient, you can make the things happen. Then gradually, when my journey started, when I became manager, because earlier the first step is the manager when you get the promotion. So it was changing toward the people-centric leadership. People-centric leadership is not about the titles. It is about lifting others while climbing. So if you lift others, you will be started going up in that particular ladder of success. So that is the basic thing which I like to say, tell you on this great platform.
Wow, leaving engineering school in 45 days would have been a very hard decision. Was it a hard decision, sir?
Absolutely. It was not my, see, it was hard decision for my parents, right? Because they were thinking that yes, their son is going to be an engineer. But I was very true because
Mhm.
I was not liking it. So that's why we say that you love the thing which you like it, right? And Steve Jobs also said about it. You start loving the things and then you will start progressing on that particular arena, which is important.
Absolutely. That's very well said, sir. Was there any particular challenge which you faced in your early career which shaped your leadership philosophy?
The challenge, yes, of course, because the challenge was very clear. The challenge was that how to inculcate the entire medical requirement, understanding the anatomy, physiology, how to promote the medicines, which is important, waiting outside the doctor's chamber, understanding the things. So these were the challenges are there. But the challenges, I converted it like other people, other successful people, right? I learned from them and I had converted the challenge as an opportunity. So the more you are able to engross yourself in that challenge, you'll be able to find the path of the success, which is the real need of the hour.
Okay, so it was a lot of groundwork, and then you obviously had to work your way up to climb up the corporate ladder as well. How was your experience in the pharmaceutical industry, and how did it shape, and how did you transition into academia, and how has this influenced your perspective on leadership right?
So your question is that experience in pharma industry and my transition into academia, correct? So I'll give you the answer in two parts, part A and part B. Because the pharma industry, it taught me that leadership is about impact at a scale. I repeat, impact at a scale, because there the scales are there, where we find that where we are, and how a single decision can affect the millions of the lives. Because in pharma, we promote the medicines to the people, millions of the people, the right medicine at the right place, at the right time, at the right particular disease, it is important. But in academia, I learned from the people that the leadership is about impact at depth. So in pharma, it is impact at a scale, but in academia, it is impact at depth. Because how guidance can transform a mind forever. So the guidance is required. When you are with the academic group, they require a mentorship and they require a guidance. So from the corporate world at Cadila, leading the international teams across the diverse market, because I was covering the 25 countries as well, I saw that the true leadership is just about driving, not just about the driving the sales, because ultimately it is a commercial house, or building the brand, or building the division, because I have multiple divisions. It's about solving the real human problem to alleviate the human suffering. That's what the pharma companies do there. That's what they ensure it. That with affordable part, how we can alleviate the human suffering. That is the end result. Either pharma company, either doctor, either chemist, ultimately the entire thing goes at one place. So three things I learned: courage to innovate, courage to excel. Healthcare moves very fast. Leaders must balance risk with the responsibility. Risk with the responsibility. Because when you launch a product, when you launch a division, there is a risk. But at the same time, you have the responsibility. So you have to shoulder both the things together. You have to balance it. That you should come out. Second is the cultural agility. So in India, there are different cultures are there. We have 29 states are there, different area, south, north, east, west. We have to respect the culture of each and every person. Because for me, every human is the most respected person, because they are the breadwinner for the organization who are working at the ground level. So it won't thrive in, and then that's why we say one size never fits for all. So that was the difference, which was very important. Third is purpose over profit. Ultimately, as a corporate, we have the profit, which we know about it. But what is the basic purpose is when you prioritize the growth of your team growth, right? Business is going to grow, which is very, very important. Then coming to the transition to academia. So with 40 years when I was working, then I thought how I should be stepped into the academia. I realized that the classroom is a microsome of the leadership, microsome. And here my role is not to dictate, but to ignite the curiosity. Because the young minds, they're very eager. They are curious to make the things happen. So during conversation, they often ask, what is the secret of the transformation leadership? I always say, the leaders build ladders, which was mentioned in my first book. Knowledge is like a vaccine against mediocrity. I repeat, because I'm a pharma person, so I always say knowledge is like a vaccine against mediocrity. That's like a medicine cure disease. The right ideas cure complacencies. Right idea cure complacency. Together, whether I'm guiding the startups or MSMEs and others, my sharing always remains the same. Leadership is the art of turning vision into service for markets or for the minds. Markets as a corporate house, for the minds, which are the people which are the students, which are there learning from the universities or the colleges.
Rightfully said. I think currently in the world there are so many changes coming up as well. The entire technological sector is so fast paced and so technologically data driven as well. Since there are many changes occurring in a very fast pace, what is the role of a leader in such a scenario? I think you can speak from this from a pharmaceutical perspective and from an academician's perspective as well.
Okay. So the leadership, when I talk about working with the 40 years and the 2.5 years or 3 years in the position like that, I says this, the leadership role changes three parts. One is the vision. A leader, the clarity of the purpose determines that impact. That's why I spoke about the impact. One must see beyond the obvious to solve the unmet needs. Today, what the leaders does, they solve the unmet needs. That is very important. Second is empathy is a binding agent. Technology is there. Artificial intelligence is there. Dynamic intelligence. But where is the emotional intelligence? Because it has been developed by the human. And AI, when you ask the question whether you are able to provide emotional intelligence, for that it is big zero. So it is like a human who can provide the emotional intelligence. And that's why we say that the heart and brain, the cognitive way, when we work together, we can make a difference. So empathy is always a binding agent. Second, and the third point is, we can say, true leadership is not measured in a quarterly result, but it is in the multi-generational influence. How you are able to influence the generation, which is important. So when I meet the former team members who are the CXOs who have opened their own company, I find that yes, I am able to contribute something in their lives, which is very, very important. Maybe I am not open my own company, but I am able to empower them so they are able to make their own company. So the paradigm has shifted now. Coming to your answer, paradigm has shifted. Commanding to co-creating. Commanding to co-creating. Shareholder value to the stakeholder values, because they are all stakeholders. And from the ladders climb to the ladders left behind. Ladders climb to the ladders left behind. So today I always say, as per your question, that the leadership is the art of transforming potential into progress. You have the potential, but I'm able to transform it so that you can start progressing it. One life, one idea, one reform at a time. That's why we say transform to reform to perform.
Very interestingly put, sir. Transform to reform to what
Perform.
was it? I'm sorry.
Perform.
Okay. Yes.
Transform, reform, and perform. So whatever today we are, we have to transform ourselves. So when we transform, we reform out. Like suppose in the morning when we get up, we take out your night suits. So when we wear, after taking a bath, we wear the other clothes, right? Or if you are going to some of the marriage or some place, today I have come here. So every time I will not wear the suit and tie. So I have reformed myself and I'm performing in front of you because you are asking questions. So this is the journey: transform, reform, and perform. Then only you will be able to get the success in every human's life. And God has given us so much of the brain. The utility index is so high that we start thinking we can make a changes.
Okay, guys, always remember transform, reform, and perform. That's a very powerful statement given by Sir today. Sir, obviously, throughout your career, you would have mentored someone or you would have been mentored by someone. How do you mentor or identify leadership potential? You spoke about leadership potential just now as well. How do you identify leadership potential in young professionals specifically or students as well? A follow-up question also would be there after this, sir.
Okay. So first, can you repeat your question once again? Mentor, yeah.
Yes, sir. So my question was, you would have been a mentor to a lot of students or young professionals as well, or you would have been mentored by someone. So both ways, you would have been a mentor and a mentee as well. How do you identify leadership potential in a student or in a young professional in their career? And what has been your mentorship strategy as well?
Fantastic. Very good question. Very, very good question, because in every journey we require a mentor. Every journey, I always say. So mentorship is not about creating the followers. Not about creating the follower. That is a part of the leadership, right? And that also has been changed. It is about nurturing future leaders. That's the difference is there. So in leadership, we create leaders, but mentoring is nurturing the future leader. That's the difference. Very thin line difference is there. So if you are able to nurture the future leaders who will outshine you, because they are the people when they are becoming the leader. That's why I give the example that my colleague who were there as my team member, they have opened the company, they are the CXOs, we are the CFOs and all. So we feel very happy. So I have nurtured. Same way somebody has nurtured me. That's why today I am on this position. So over a decade, I have distilled my approach to very few of the key principles which are very important. Spotting potential through initiative. Spotting potential through initiative. Every person is having the potential. But how I said it through initiative, I try to see the curiosity in the action. How much curious I am, not just talent. Maybe I might be very talented, but I'm sitting at one place because I feel that, oh, I know better than anybody. No, I have to be curious. The hunger has to be there. And when the hunger is there, then the curiosity is going to take you to the next level. The leadership DNA is to prioritize hunger over polished skills. I repeat, the DNA of leadership is to prioritize hunger. And people who are seeing here or people who will be listening, they have to see that what the hunger they carry. You have a lot of the skills, but that hunger is very important. Second part is value as compass. Compass shows us the direction. So what is my values are there? Technical skills can be taught, always said, but integrity and resilience cannot be outsourced. You will agree with me. Integrity is the inside DNA. It cannot be outsourced. So that is the basic thing which I see in the young generation on the people. Then after that, other stress will keep on coming, which is a part of leadership building part. Either it in terms of skills building or talent understanding, and all these things are important.
I absolutely have to agree with you on the fact I have also held a couple of leadership positions. And the one factor that I always look for is how the other person is taking initiatives, how hungry are they as well. So I completely understand that point, sir. I hope that point has been resonated by all of the participants and the live YouTube listeners as well. Um, so I think having a mentorship is very important throughout your career, be it for your personal growth or professional growth as well. Now, sometimes, I think I've seen quite a few people being either shy or very egotistic as well. How do you think one can, like explain them, or how can they understand that having a mentor is very important?
Okay. So taking the clue from your question, I will say, is a mentor important? Or let me answer with a metaphor, right? So a ship without a campus or without the you can say the captain may still sail. Compass and without a captain may sail, but it will waste precious time navigating the storms others have already charted out. Simple, very clear. So having a mentor is like having a guide when you are climbing a mountain, because the mentor, they have walked the path before and can help you to avoid the pitfalls and reach the top faster, because that experience and the wisdom both is very important, and that is the role of the mentor who can guide he or she wherever they are. Remember, very important point, a mentor won't solve your problems for you. He is not going to write the things for you, but they will help you to see the path more clearly. They will clarify that thing which is coming, the storm which is there in front of you, they will clarify. They will clear it, but you have to take the path further ahead. And the best mentorship happens when you are eager, hunger to learn and willing to put into the work. So the mentor can show you the thing, but ultimately it is you which is going to make the things happen. How to find a mentor? Now the question is, right, look around you. Look around you. Be genuine. Go to the right person at the right place. Be very genuine and show your curiosity. Show your seriousness. Prepare questions when you are meeting your mentor. It is not a good deal. Hello, sir. Hello, madam. No, nothing. Write down the things which is very important and prepare your mind, because this mentor wants to help you. That's why you are the mentee and you are the mentor. So these are the things that are very important, and it is applicable for anybody and everybody in the any type of the world, either it is a personal world or either it is a professional world.
Yes, sir. Sir, you just right now said, finding a mentor, right time, right place, and being prepared as well. How can a young professional and a student find their mentors and, achieve the life that they desire, the success that they want? How do you think students or young professionals should go about when finding mentors?
Okay. So it is not a tricky part. It is very simple part, because what you want to become in your life, first you decide. right? If I want to become an engineer, if I want to become a doctor, if I want to become a clinician, right? Write your dreams in front of you. And then you go to the person who has achieved the helm of the dream. Like today, if you want to become like Dr. Ajit Singh, right? So simple example. So then he is your benchmark. Then you meet Dr. Ajit Singh and give a call to him, sir, my ambition, my dreams are that I should be like you. So please guide me. When I was doing my graduation of PharmD or XYZ, right? How you are able to grow on this particular ladder of success? What are the right ways of putting the thing? So Dr. Ajit, as a mentor, he will be able to tell you that where the failures were there, what not to be done, what not to be done. Because it is very important to learn what not to be accepted, what not to be done, what path should not be chosen, because there is the right part of the mentorship. So he will guide you the specific part. And with that specific part, please prepare your roadmap. Take the mentorship advice from Dr. Ajit or XYZ, right? That okay, in 2 years of time, where I should be, 4 years where I should be, in 6 years where I should be, and start working. And to reach that level, right? What the preparation I am supposed to do. So if your roadmap is ready, if your timelines are ready, your mentor is going to monitor you and your mentor is going to guide you. So in that way, you can make your career. But don't take the advice with your friends which are not on the helm of that particular arena. Don't take the advice of your, I'm so sorry to say, don't take the advice of your relatives who are with the WhatsApp university, right? Because they don't know and they just listen from something like that and then they will give you. No, never ever take the advice. If you want to become a colonel in the army, you should meet a colonel only. You should not meet a sipahi. He will give you his advice only, but the colonel will tell you something else. If you want to become a doctor, don't go to an engineer. If you want to become something, a startup, so don't go where a person is working in that particular arena. So think about that level. So when you think in that level, when you take the mentorship, your entire thinking process is going to be changed. And that's what I have learned. Because from medical rep, I used to see my general manager. For them, for us, for me, the general manager was supposed to be all the big people. So I used to follow them, how they speak, how they talk, how they walk, what are the statements they are telling, how they are speaking about it, what are the right way they are playing. So I was started imitating them, learning from them. Sir, you have traveled this journey. How I want to become like you. This is the way that the young generation and the young people they should start taking up, which is very important. Hope I have clarified your question. Tanvi, hope I have clarified.
Yes, sir, you did. I think, whenever reaching out to a mentor, guys, remember, you always have, as sir said, be prepared, have questions, be curious, and always reach out to the right person. I think that is the major takeaway from what sir said just now. Reach out to the correct person who has expertise in that area. So, sir, now we'll move on to the other phase of this episode. We'll talk about the real reason why we've been gathered over here today. Please tell us a bit more about your new best-selling book, Attitude Matters, and what compelled you to author this book specifically.
Okay. So again, you have touched my heart and mind both. Right. So my book, This Attitude Matter, was born from the 42 years of observing a simple truth. The skills get you hired, but attitude gets you ahead. I repeat, the skills that gets you hired, but attitude gets you ahead. When I used to meet the people, there were only two discussions used to happen. This person's attitude is very good. He will grow in his career. Or this person's attitude is like this only. So see, it is a difference of the words. Means one is saying that you can climb the ladder of success. One says that you'll be there because your attitude is like that. So I thought that let us write a very simple thing based on this, that how attitude matters. And attitude starts from the very, very basic age. And lot many things are there in that attitude which keeps on shaping us, because ultimately attitude is a driving force, which is very, very important. So I wrote it because I kept observing the people, talented, very, very deep talented, but they don't want to do the things because they have that pseudo ego that yes, I know everything. While the others with the average skills, but extraordinary attitude keep rising. I'll give you the three examples here. One example is our respected Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi. Correct? A simple chai wala. He started his journey as selling the tea at the railway station. How many skills at that time? You can write down, you will not find, but his attitude was very, very high. Today, he is the most powerful person in the entire world. Second example, APJ Abdul Kalam sir, selling the paper at Rameshwaram railway station, right? And his attitude was he wants to become a missile man. He wants to become a fighter pilot. His attitude, see the difference. At that time when he was selling the paper, what was his skills? But his attitude was very different. Third, Mr. Sundar Pichai from Trichy, a two-bedroom house person. See the attitude, right? Learning, understanding the things and all. This is the attitude. At that time when he was in the two-bedroom house, what was his skills? But learning make the things happen. So these are the things are there which is very important. The ABC of attitude learning. The atmosphere, B is the behavior, C is the cognitive. A is atmosphere, B is the behavior, and C is the cognitive part which is there. So that's why I've written in my book that why attitude is important, what attitude matters, how it builds the thing. And there are 51 chapters are there. 51 chapters are there to build the attitude, because suppose I am a bookworm and my friend is not a bookworm, he hates books, but he loves the music. How music can change the attitude and how he can become something great in his career. Today, let me tell you, as a student or the people who are listening, as on today in India, in Bharat, 654 careers options are there. 654 academic options and career options are there. We are not aware about it because now it was not only few, it is a micro options are available there where you can make the thing. Then I wrote about the attitude gaps because many professionals focus only on technical skills. How this person is technically strong, but not realizing that 80% of the success, it comes from the mindset. It comes from the positive mindset. Because if I have the mindset, I hunger to make the things happen, and nobody can stop me in the earth. Nobody, because it is only me which I am stopping myself or I am taking us for the next level. Resilience needs. Today, the uncertain world, we talk the VUCA world, right after the COVID. It requires mental toughness, resilience. No, failure is going to come. Failure is a part of the life. If I have not seen the failure, how I'll be able to progress ahead? So in that, I wish I would have learned early in my career. It is very important. People should be accepting the failure, but failure doesn't put them on the backside. Failure should give them another instance to go further ahead, which is important. So this book always gives the practical way to develop what I call the 5A framework also. I like to highlight it. Awareness, very important. Adaptability, very important. Accountability, very important. Abundance thinking and authenticity. So this book, The Attitude Matter, is also having this book. And ultimately, when you read the book, after that, there is always a take-home message, because take-home message is very important, because what is the gist of that particular chapter is there, which is going to help you to build you further to make a difference, because God has made us human, and our family, our culture, everybody wants that we should be building, we should be progressing in our journey. Nobody wants to become stagnant in the journey. So this is all I can tell about your attitude matter.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. So a major takeaway from this, guys, is that ego will kill your career if your attitude is not right. So if you want to work on your attitude, please pick up this book, read this book, and build on your attitude.
So Tanvi, I like to add it here.
Sir,
Tanvi, I like to add it
you've
here.
written and yes, sir, please go ahead.
You said ego, right? So if you delete E, then only you will be able to go. Ego itself says. So delete that E part, right? And then you will be able to go, because ego is like a big bounding, right? They bound you, right? Pseudo ego, that's why I said. So delete that E and you are free to go, free to fly, right? That is the way it is there. Over to you.
Okay, very, very rightly said, sir. Everyone, just remove the E from ego and you're ready to go towards your career. Sir, obviously, everyone doesn't have a very rosy life. They have tough times as well. What role does attitude play in staying motivated during, all the difficult times?
See, we all have, I can say I am not born with a silver spoon. Let me give you my example, right? But it depends upon us how you create that iron spoon towards a golden spoon, right? And given the example of three people, our respected Prime Minister, APJ Abdul Kalam sir, and Sundar Pichai sir, three persons of the example I have given. Because attitude is that invisible fuel that keeps us moving when your motivations runs empty. I repeat, attitude is that fuel which keeps you moving, keeps us moving when our motivation runs empty. It is very, very important. So we all have seen that difficult time. And with that difficult time facing in the business or in the health challenges or the personal setbacks, I have personally learned that the attitude operates at the three levels attitude. The lens you choose, जो दिखता है या जो हम देखना चाहते हैं, what I want to see, it is important, right? What lens I am choosing, and the second is the energy you generate. So we are not a battery. The energy God has given us. So when we get up in the morning, we have the energy, we generate it, and it is the aura which we start building. And third is motivation, which gives ourselves. Motivate yourself, right? And that attitude provides a consistent energy. If you start motivating, suppose morning, then we get up in the morning, doing the brush in the washroom, and say, "Oh my God, thank you God. Today is a great day for Tanvi. Today I am going to do these 5 things, and I am going to create something great in this." You find that energy will come to you. You will start bouncing, and when you do a good work, you don't get the sleep because that energy gives you, right? That energy gives you because you are not tired. You feel so happy. Oh my God, I did something great. That is the power of the attitude, which is very, very important. So difficult times will be there. We are a human. The God has difficult times, so what we should talk about ourselves. But how you see the things, this is very important. There's one very old story they I like to highlight it here. That one of the couple, they have changed their house, rented house, and they went to other place. And the lady of the house used to see from the glasses to the other house, and she used to tell to her husband, see how the other lady is there. She is not able to put the clothes properly. She is not able to do the thing. How such type of area I have come? I don't know why you have taken me there. Then what the husband said, my dear darling, let me clean your lenses. Now you see the other side. When he cleaned the lenses of his wife, oh boy, everything was very clear. He said, I'm so sorry. It was me which was mistaken, not the other side. So it is only we. The competition is between us. There is no competition with others. How we compete ourselves, it makes a difference. So the resilience what you build, the energy you generate, the motivation that you get, these are the things are there. These are the basic fuel which can make you to go ahead, which are very important.
Yes, sir. So the mindset should always be very important for any student and any professional as well. What steps? So my question would be, what steps or how should they develop their attitude? Yes, like there are many mentors that they could choose or read self-help books as well. Or they should also have that hunger from within. But for someone who, let's say, is a bit less motivated, how can they, develop their success, develop their path towards success?
Fantastic. You know what is how GPS works? When suppose I have to go to some place, we put the GPS, correct? Because we don't want to stop every nook and corner. We start asking with the auto person, the person who is moving, that I want to go here and all. We put the GPS. Maybe sometime it is wrong also. I'm not saying every time it is correct, but GPS 95% take us in the right way, right direction. And GPS also tells us that there is no blockage is there in this particular road. Do you agree or not, Tanvi?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Right. So same, we have to have the GPS mindset. You must be thinking, oh my God, what is this? The GPS mindset is grit. First, G stands for grit. Fall in love with the process, not just the outcome. That's why I have given you the example that if you want to become like Dr. Ajit Singh, go and meet him and ask, sir, which is the process I should take it up. Not seeing that how Dr. Ajit Singh has become such a big person at this young age, right? So the process is going to take you in the right way. So this is a grit. Then P. The P stands for possibilities. See every no as a data, as an opportunity. Every no, because initial the no will be there. So take it as an opportunity. Think outside the box. Why I'm saying so? I'm talking to you. I'm talking to so many people in front of me. I can see them. But I can see so many people here in front of my screen, right? More than 100 people, 200 people join. But some of my family member, when they will come from the other side, what they will see, that I am talking to somebody, or I'm speaking, I'm giving my lecture to somebody, right? Where the black side of the screen. So you have to change the way it is actually there. What we see, it is not actually correct. The outcome is not correct. We have to have the process. So P part stands for that, possibility. Then the third is S. It is the service, GPS service. Shift your attitude. What can I get to what can I solve? You got my point. What can I get to what can I solve? This is very important. I always say, whenever you join a professional organization or you start your company itself, you always want to become a pillar, not a filler, not a puller. Agreed? So it is what can I get nahi, that what can I solve, then automatically you will get. The very old saying of John Kennedy was there. Don't ask what country can give to you. Ask that what you can contribute to the country. So this is the GPS mindset is there. And the attitude anchor, what you said is this, frame challenges with what is teaching me instead of what is happening to me. Because you asked in the difficult time, what difficult time teaches me? How I should be more resilient? How I should be have more perseverance? What passion I should be driving it instead of what is happening? Oh my God, it happens to me. Oh my God, is only. It happens to everybody. But how you take the things, it is more important. This is the second part which I like to have. And I get to go, rather I have to go. Like suppose you have called me, you have invited me at your home for a cup of coffee. Suppose I'll say, no, I shall come, or I'll say, I will come. What is the difference? I will come means definitely I'm going to be there at your place. So this is a commitment which is there. I shall, no commitment. So that is the difference which is very important, which I like to speak on this important forum. Hope I have cleared you GPS part and the attitude anchor, that why it is happening to me instead of that. Say what is teaching to me, which is important, what I should learn. I should be a pillar, not a filler, not a puller.
Yes, sir. I think you've given us very important statements to remember today, sir. Um, so one of my last questions would be, you authored multiple bestseller books. What inspired you to write? And how does writing contribute to your leadership mission, sir?
Okay. So frankly speaking, when I was taking the farewell from the organization at the helm of the affair, I used to see the young minds, right? They used to come from a very, very renowned universities and college, from management colleges, from Nursing Monji, from Naipur. So two of the examples I'm giving. They were having lot of that talent, right? They were having that skills which are there. But that leadership which we talk, what the leadership is, what the mindset is, what the positive thinking is, what high to grow, that was missing. The skills, couple of the skills were missing. How to communicate, how to empathize the thing, how to understand the thing, that was missing. The talent was missing. The talent which doesn't require effort. And the best thing is time management. You know that the poorest of the poorest person who comes to work in your home, he or she will come at 8 o'clock. But sometimes when you invite the big leaders at 8 a.m. or 10 a.m., they will never come on time. So the time management is very important. Integrity is very important. Honesty is very important. These are the talents are there, which is very important. So that's why reason I wrote a book that the leaders with ladders. The leaders with ladders. I like to show it to you. This is the book, The Leaders with Ladders, and this is the book which has become the Amazon bestseller. In the three part, what leadership is, second, what skills are there, and what are the talent which doesn't require effort. Then after that, during the time of the COVID, I wrote this time, when the COVID was over. Then the change had happened. We started talking about artificial intelligence. We talked about the technology towards. Then I thought there has to be a transformational leadership. Because we all have to transform ourselves, to perform, to reform and perform, which I'll give an example. Then I wrote my second book, the 17 chapters of the transformation leadership in the corporate or in the industry on the personal life. That which are the transformation leadership things which has to be taken, which can help us to become a real transformation leader. Gone are the days of becoming only a leader. You have to be a transformation leader. Then only you will be able to grow, because we cannot encash the same check twice in the bank. Will you be able to encash, Tanvi? No, no?
No, sir.
Nobody. So whatever we have achieved today, till today, now we have to achieve something more. Even for me also it is applicable. I have to learn more. Then only I'll be able to run in the path of the success, and I'll be able to join my shoulder to shoulder with the other successful person, which is important. So that's the part of the transformation leadership. Then the third part has come, that how it turns the thing, how the people they want to become a leader, how they only think to become a leader, how they only think to become a leader. All right. That's why is attitude is important or is aptitude is important? So I said no. It is the attitude which will take you to the altitude. So that's the reason I written a book that attitude matters. Very simple, but yes, it matters. Wherever you are, right? I give the example of in our every home. See, if our mother, when we were very small, when we are young and all, still in this age, when our mother were not well, she was suffering with fever, some pain. In spite of that, she used to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning because she was supposed to send us at 7 a.m. in the morning to their school. Agree or not? Everybody will agree, right? They have to send their husband, right, at the office. So in spite of having the fever, in spite of body ache, in spite of some important part of the life where they are not well, right, they used to cook the food for us. They never said, I will not cook a food. That is the part of the attitude. When we used to come back to the home, our clothes were pressed, everything was tidy, right? This is the attitude. So everywhere the attitude matters. Mothers never used to take excuses. They always were with the positive attitude, they were ready to build a thing. So what the best example I can give you, this example is in our home only. In everybody's home in the Indian culture. We are not in the international culture where you are supposed to do your work only yourself. But here in our Indian culture, whatever where we are, our mothers are the best teachers who can teach us about the right attitude, which can build us toward the right attitude.
Thank you, sir. This was such a beautiful answer. Always remember another statement by sir, which we should remember, everyone. And this is very helpful for us students as well and young professionals. Attitude takes you towards greater heights. Attitude is taking you towards altitude in your career. um, Sir, if you look back to your career now, what was one of the most fulfilling moments in your journey that inspires you today?
The fulfilling moment of my journey is that I am able to build the multiple leaders across the arena. That was in my professional journey. Today, another journey is that I am able to contribute my learning with the students. This is my another journey, which gives me a lot of happiness. That yes, I still keep on learning, because I say till the last breath learning is there. And then what I learned, I want to share with others. Because when I share, I get a space. My learning will be shared to others, and again I get a space that I should learn more. So these are the two very important journey of my life, which will continue with the grace of God.
Thank you so much, sir. You've had a wonderful journey of learning, leadership, and impact. Now, the last question would be if there's any message, one last message that you want our audience to carry forward from this session, what would
Correct.
it be?
My last message which I have learned, I want to share, right? Again. So the one message
Yes.
which has to be carried forward with my learning, your attitude is the brush with which you can paint your life. Every stroke matters. Your attitude is the brush. If somebody is a painter here, right, or somebody is a musician here, I can say, I can put it, your attitude is that brush or your that node which you selected, which every stroke of yours it matters. So that is the reason attitude always matters in every part of the life. That is the crux of the thing which I have learned and which I can say here.
Okay, everyone, remember, attitude always matters. So I guess everyone who has any questions, please write them up or write them up in the comment box so that we can take them up during the question and answer session.
Yes, so first of all, I would like to thank Pramod sir for the wonderful session and the wonderful answers and getting us to the right point, what exactly matters in our life, and that is attitude. And attitude matters in everything, in your growth, in your learnings, in your education, in your professional journey, wherever you are. It is important, and you have to carry it forward with the very glad, very glad thing. So. Thank you very much, sir. And if you guys have any questions, please ask. And I would like to thank Tanvi also for the wonderful hosting and asking a lot of questions, and people have joined from the YouTube also, so I could see the very good questions in the YouTube as well. There were almost 50 people at once time. Sir, does the laziness impact on attitude,
Yes,
and how
laziness.
to build the attitude? These are the two very important questions I got it from the YouTube, sir.
So I can say that yes, laziness is the one against the letharginess. Laziness is a part of letharginess, right? And you will think, I can say in Hindi, there was Mungeri Lal ki Haseen Sapne, right? So that was the thing which have reminded me that you have that sapna in your mind, but you are still sleeping. So it should not happen. Of course, you have to change your attitude so that that attitude will pull you to come out from that segment which is there. Because jab tak hum, till the time we don't go to the gym and do the exercise, do you feel that our muscles will be strong? No, we cannot. We just can't dream. Or if you are going to the gym and you are going to sleep in the gym room itself, do you feel your muscles is going to be strong? No, you have to do the exercise. This is the best example I can tell you to everybody and
Absolutely,
anybody.
absolutely. So, sir, we have two questions. We got two questions as well. Mega Versa is asking, tell me, sir, about a time you received a constructive criticism and how did you handle it?
See, very good. Neha, criticism is very important because in Hindi, there is a doha is there. Nindak niyare da rakhiye by Kabir Das ji. So Nindak niyare rakhiye means the people who criticize you, they will be telling you that what more you can do. Because every time the people who are telling you that you are doing very good, they are not your well-wishers. So it is important to understand, to take the criticism in a very positive way and to work
Yes.
on that one step ahead, because then only you will be polished. It is like that when you want to sharpen, if you have a knife in your home and you start cutting the thing, it doesn't cut. You do the sharpening of the thing, right? Then only you are able to cut the thing. So it is that if you become like a arrow, right? It has to be straight, right? Arrow cannot go in the same way. Rectangle way it cannot go. It has to be pointed. So the criticism makes you more pointed towards the goal.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, sir. Paul is asking one question. Sir, how do you handle failure or setbacks?
Paul, failure is a part of the life. Paul, if the failure will not come, our life will become a plain graph of the ECG. Even in the ECG, when you go, it is a trough and notes are there, right? It shows that we are alive. We are alive. And when the ECG becomes a straight line, we are not alive. But
Yes,
how to
absolutely.
tackle that, sir? How to tackle it in a very positive mindset, right? It is more important. So that's why we
Absolutely.
say out of the box thinking. Think that what I would have done, I would have added so that this failure would have not come. Don't become thinking, oh my God, my entire work has gone. No, let me tell you, I have launched multiple divisions, multiple products, multiple territories. It was not that every territory was 100%. There was a failure was there. But we used to think that how failure has to be changes towards the challenge towards the opportunity. Yeah, Rajesh sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fantastically answered. And I got a wonderful question from YouTube. Vikrant Singh is asking, sir, you said that attitude matters to us, but how do we know whether our attitude is right or wrong?
Very great question. Very great question. Right. It is only you. Suppose you want, okay, if you are a professional, if you want to become something in your life, right? Or if you are a college student, if you want to achieve that in the right, write the parameters which is going to take you toward that success. And they start working on. This is the right attitude of building things. But if you say, no, I want to become this, but like Dr. Ajit Singh, in 2 years of the time without working, or how you start thinking about Dr. Ajit, what does he would have done, right? What is the shortest way? What is the shortcut is there? This is the wrong attitude, because the shortcut is only for a short while. But the long cut, if you are able to go to a journey, you are able to achieve which is really required. So that is the difference between the right attitude and the wrong attitude. There are two ways of earning money. One person does the smart work, and the one person's they break the ATM. They also get the money, but there's a right wrong attitude. This is a very crude way of giving you the example. Sir, you are on mute. Ajit sir, you are on mute.
Yes, sir. There is one more question. So somebody is asking how to deal with egoistic co-workers. And you have been into such a long term for in the marketing and in such environment, how to deal with egoistic co-workers.
Egoistic co-workers is an blessings. Egoistic co-workers is the blessings. Now I'll tell you something. When you go in the marriage, there are one or two relatives who will always create galata. And then you
Fufaji
know that,
Mosaji.
sorry sir,
Fufaji Mosaji.
yeah, they will always create galata, right? So in
Yeah.
in that particular function, your parents or your elders, they always are ready that what type of the galata he will do. So never give an opportunity to create it. This is point number one. Point number two is have a one-to-one conversation with that person. Try to find out what is the basic genesis of his ego, why the person is not accepting it. So if you have one-to-one conversation, not single one-way communication, you will be able to understand the person. And when conversation happens, empathy comes. And when you empathize with the person, you'll be able to understand why this person is so egoistic and why this person. Because when you go to his home or her home, he will not be like this. He just want to show it that no, I'm very different. But no. So understand the person with the conversation, with empathizing with the person, and you will get the success. I've also faced lot many egoistic people, but I used to learn. I used to learn that personality because today every personality is like a big book. It's like a Granth. If you learn that Granth, you will be able to handle the people at different scenarios of their life. Sir, you are on mute.
Yes, sir. I'm checking out all the messages. Actually, my laptop's voice is not great, so I have connected to the speaker. So that's why I'm muting myself every time. No problem. So, sir, one question is very good question from okay, from yeah, from Saukat Rizvi. What are some daily habits or practices that can help young professionals build a strong leadership attitude? And he's continuing with, how can students or freshers shift from a fixed mindset to a growth oriented attitude in professional settings?
Fantastic. Shaukat bhai, first of all, so I want to wish you a great Bakrid. Yesterday was your festival. So our entire people, family people who are here and 164 participants, our wishes to you on this platform. The coming to the growth mindset versus the fixed mindset. I always say when you get up in the morning, right, think what you are supposed to plan, think what you are supposed to do it. How have confidence on yourself. First thing is feel that you should not be compared with XYZ. God has created you, you are having your own identity. Work on your strength. Think on your strength because if you are 20 or if you are 30, if you are 40, whatever the journey which you have traveled and you have reached to this position, there must be different hurdles. But in spite of that, today you have reached to this position. So take that position, take this thing that is your great strength, and with that strength, you go for your work or you go for learning the thing which is going to make a difference. That is the power of the positive mindset, which is important. That's the power of the positive mindset. So feel confident, have self-confidence on yourself, being self-compassionate. Please honor yourself. Please honor yourself. You say that no, I am the best. I'm going to do the best. It is not a negative part, but that is going to give you the great attitude which is going to help others. And say that I'm going to help other people. I'm going to help with other people. And when you sleep in the night, think what is the one good thing which you did it. And that one good thing will inspire you to do the second good thing when you'll get up in the morning. And that is the way that the growth mindset will happen because 1 plus 1 becomes 11, not 2.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wonderfully answered. And I think it was a very good question by Sokat. Very nice question. Mandar is asking one question. So my question is, what is the important motivation or discipline to succeed in life?
Important motivation to succeed. Again, I repeat my word. I said, whatever I have learned, same thing. You cannot encash the same check twice in the bank. So taking the things, my motive, whatever I have learned, the journey, fine, this is my strength. Right? When you start constructing a building, what you make your strength the plinth very comfortable so that you can make a 10-story building. But at the
Yes.
same time, whatever has been built, you start adding on the thing. The new thing has to be added. So learn the new things, which is important. Learn new ways of understanding the things. Learn new ways of building the things, empathizing with the things, shaping your career, and make a roadmap of your career. So what you have achieved, fine. But what you have not achieved or what you want to achieve, right? What you want to achieve. What are the roadmaps are coming there? How you are going to monitor it so that you should be able to achieve on that particular position, which is highly needed. And your dreams can be fulfilled.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's really good. And okay, Mega Versa again is asking one question. What attitude should one possess for give your opinion or advice to person in highly authoritative positions without hurting their ego?
Fantastic.
Very
Very good.
realistic questions, sir. Very realistic questions we are getting.
Now, see, I'm a part of leadership excellence also, right? Let me tell you an
Absolutely.
example, right, from Harvard. So they say there is a reverse mentorship. In India, the culture has yet not started. But in the international companies, reverse mentorship is suppose you are 20 years younger than me and on the position of C class, and I'm on the position of A class. And if you know something very great, I should not be hesitating to learn from you that please, it doesn't mean that you are going to take the position. This is the way which we talk about the reverse mentorship. But in India, that ego part, network is very, very high. The ego of the chair is very high. And that is the reason some of the people or most of the people on that sitting on that chair, they don't want to learn from the junior people. Right. So in that way, you have to be humble and polite, and tell, sir or madam, you are doing this thing very, very absolutely correct. Right. Due to you only we are able to progress so much. But if we add this more thing, I think you will be able to create a lot of difference. So it is the words which you are choosing it, putting in the right way, and then it is going to inspire the person. It is going to help the egoistic person. But it should not be in the public. It should be always in the one-to-one, because when you talk to such egoistic person in the public, he or she will always shut you down. So take the time, tell, sir, this is the thing which I have learned. I want to share with you. So if you like this thing, I am sure it is going to help for the many other people. But it will be yours only, it will be not mine. It will be your idea only. So
Yes,
you
sir.
have presented that idea to the person, let the person should take. It is the right way
Yes, sir.
of handling the egoistic people.
Yes, sir. So, sir, there is, we'll take one or two questions more. One very important question, I feel it is very realistic from the Yogesh Patel. He is asking, sir, we are talking about smart work and hard work. So he's telling, because smart work brings shortcuts and hard work are long lasting, a way that, tests your patience. Then how to handle this situation? You are telling that shortcuts are not good for the attitude and for the progress, but if you are smart, you will bring the shortcuts. So
No,
how much it is correct, and how, I mean, I am also, I also want to ask this question to you.
this question is again a fabulous question, let me tell you. Why I
Yes.
said it's a fabulous question? Because hard work. Let me tell you, give the example of hard work. Which person does the maximum hard work? Ajit sir, which person
Yes,
does
sir.
the maximum hard work?
Definitely the smart people.
No. Hard work, the labor. The labor. 9 o'clock he will come. He will
Yeah,
eat that roti prepared by his wife with achar, with pickle,
right.
with salt. He will work
Absolutely.
from 9 o'clock till 5 o'clock. He will
5 o'clock.
carry 20, 30 bricks or 20,
Absolutely.
that is the definition of hard work.
Yes.
Gone are the days when we only used to talk about the hard work. What is the smart work? It is the specific goals. Measured goals are there. Right? Timelines are there. Right? These are the things are there. So in this, shortcut never comes. Shortcut never comes because there is a timeline is there. You are measuring that timeline. So if you are able to do that smart work with the right timeline, with the taking the help of the mentor, you are not doing a shortcut. You are actually adhering the right system which is required with the right way so that you can progress. But only hard work cannot make a difference in the professional life.
Okay, there are some very nice questions. I'm not registering myself, of asking you, sir. One, Ansu is asking this question, sir. Can we be selfish when our attitude is right?
See, selfish I can say in the other word, selfish not, self-compassion. I want to change it. Selfish is a negative word. I also like to put it here that never ever use in attitude the negative words. Always
Yeah.
choose the positive words. So if you would have said, I want to be self-compassionate, it
Yes.
means you love yourself. You love your thinking. You love your attire. You love yourself. You have a love for yourself. When you start loving yourself, you start respecting other people. So it
Yeah.
is not selfish. I want to change it. Now you talk that I am self-compassionate. And
Yes.
this is the way, because when you said right attitude is linked with self-compassion. It is not
Yes.
linked with with selfishness. So in future you will
Yes.
say I am self-compassionate, because when you love your attire, you will appreciate the attire of other person. If you love your thinking, you will appreciate the thinking of other person. If you love your
Absolutely.
communication, you will start loving the communication of other person. If you love the
Ab-
journey, right, you will start loving the journey of other person. So selfish,
Absolutely,
you are
sir.
not selfish. You are not selfish. You are a self-compassionate person.
Yes, sir. So, one question is saying how to handle a situation where individuals' contribution is undervalued.
It is going to happen. Corporate world. Corporate world, it is going to happen. There is nothing to say that how to handle it. It is going to happen. But it depends upon you how to put forth the things in the right forum, in the right perspective.
Yes.
Sometimes we don't put the right thing at the right forum, at the right perspective, and we miss the thing. And that's the reason contribution is not being acknowledged. And especially in the corporate world, it is a corporate game. It is a corporate war that everybody wants to take the credit, right? But that credit has to be given to the right person. And that's why the role of the leadership comes. The bosses or the managers, they always subscribe the people, but the leaders, they encourage the people. So work with the leaders, be in the company of the leaders, then only you'll be able to make a difference, which is very important.
Yes, sir. I am getting a question from the mobile also. So it's a lovely question. What advice would you give to someone facing imposter syndrome despite having strong skills and good potential?
See, imposter syndrome is again a very common thing, right? So again, I say that start writing your strength. Suppose whosoever has written this question, if I start asking the people, what are your strength and what are your weakness?
Yes, sir.
Immediately you will start writing your weakness first. And you
Yes,
write
sir.
your strength only 3, 4, 5. But in your total age, maybe 20, 30, 40, you must have 40 strength, yeah, 40 strength. Every year, some strength has taken you to this level. So write that
Absolutely.
strength in that way, and then you will say that all these syndromes will not work. You will find, oh my God, I am a person ready to fly, and I have so much of this strength. आप हनुमान जी हो, मैं आपके लिए जामवंत बना हुआ हूँ. जामवंत का क्या काम था in our Ramayana? Let me tell you in our Ramayana mythology.
Yeah.
Hanuman was not knowing about his strength. Same way you all have the strength. Write your strength, right? And then you will find that what not you can do. You can do a world of a difference. You can make a world of a difference because you all have this strength, and that is the why you are here today and you are learning. You have the learning attitude, which is the biggest strength of yours. You are putting the question, which is a very positive attitude of yours. You are
Yes.
asking the question, you have the great mindset of yours. So that's what I can
Yes.
say about it. So today, if you are going back home, write your strength. Give 10 minutes for yourself. Give 10 minutes for yourself, right? And think that what was my strength was. How many times I faced this hurdle and how many times I came out as a
Yes, sir.
successful person. You will
Yes, sir.
find that in future, there will be no failure because these strengths will make you a real Hanumanji.
True, sir. True. Sir, one of our intern, Rasmi, is asking, hello, sir. Good afternoon. My question would be, how do you stop being prideful? Like it's pretty common to be prideful when you achieve something. So how do you prevent this being prideful?
You have three things: humanity, humility, compassion. If
Yes.
you have humanity, humility, and compassion, ego will never come.
Ego will never come. Yes,
And the
absolutely.
fourth thing is have an attitude of like a child, which is always inquisitive to learn. So when you become, I always say, I am a learner. So when I say I am a learner, I'm a student. Where is my attitude? No attitude, no negative
Yes,
attitude. Because I want to learn. That hunger is there to get the thing. So pride will not come. Only pride will come when have the people have the pseudo ego or the ego.
absolutely, sir. Sir, what is line which defines attitude and ego? We are talking about ego and attitude for last half an hour almost. So what it defines these two terms? How you can differentiate?
I will tell you on my first page, this is my quotation, right? Our attitude can either be our best friend
Yes.
or our worst enemy. Choose wisely. This is my quotation.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes. Yes.
So our attitude can either be our best friend. So if your attitude, yes, sir, very nice, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
So our
It is there.
attitude is our best friend. But if you choose our worst enemy, choose wisely. It depends upon us. So if you are not choosing it wisely, then it becomes the ego part. It will not allow you. That ego is going to put you back. That's the reason I've mentioned it here. Choose wisely. It depends upon us. Nobody is going to change the attitude. It is only me who can think in a very different way. Many times we have seen when the rains are there, one person is saying, "Oh my God, again rain has come." One person is carrying the umbrella. "Oh my God, I have to carry umbrella," right? And third person, "Oh my God, God has given rain. Let us enjoy because rain comes only two times, only twice in a year. And let me enjoy this rain. Or these July and August months are there for the rain. Let me enjoy because in the month of January there will no rain." This is the way of the attitude. So choose
Yes,
it
sir.
wisely.
Yes, sir. So two more questions and then we can end up. I'm so sorry we are going a
No,
little.
please carry on. I am enjoying this.
Sabah Begum or one of the intern is asking, as someone who has been constantly evolving and learning and who has likely faced many challenges, how have you managed constructive attitude during crisis and failures? If possible, if you could share any anecdotes that highlights this.
Okay. So when I left, a very good question. When I left engineering college and when I joined as a medical representative, started promoting the company's medicine without knowing ABCD, how it functions, what are the body functions are there. So initially when I took the bag and when I went for the training, I was absolutely it was in the black spot. So I thought, no, let me learn the thing. And
Yes.
I visited my doctors because ultimately today the doctors prescribe. I requested few of the doctors which are known to me or become known to me with my visit. Sir, I want to learn from you. I don't know anything about it. Can you tell me how these medicines work? What is the function of the medicine? Then the doctor used to call me at their leisure time, maybe 10 o'clock in the night. And they used to give their half an hour time. They used to give a cup of tea also, or sometimes Sunday. And when the teacher teaches you, it gives you a plethora of teaching. This is point number one, which I have changed my hurdles toward the opportunity. And in turn, these doctors, they started prescribing my medicine. So they have become my good prescribers and they have become my coach also. This is one. Second thing is, when I used to go to the interior, when I'm talking as a medical rep, when I used to go to the interior, we used to give the gift to the doctor. And the people from the villagers, they used to tell us that these people who are selling plastic items, they have come in to meet the doctor. I never used to feel bad
Yes,
because
sir.
that was a gift given by the for the doctor. And they used to make us wait. I said, this is my profession. For me, the patient is first, right? I never used to take it in a negative way. Okay, fine, you take care for the patient because tomorrow I can be a patient and somebody is
Absolutely.
coming as a hurdle. I will not like it. There's the second learning. Third learning I like to add it here. Third, I was very eager for my promotion because I want to make my career. From Gorakhpur to Lucknow to the thing, my career started from Gorakhpur. When I got an opportunity to become a head of entire South at Bangalore, I was based at Lucknow. They asked me that, do you want to go to Bangalore? Ajit sir, 2 minutes. I said, yes. My boss,
Yes, sir.
immediate boss, he said, are you crazy? I said, yes, I am crazy. He said, you don't know the language. You don't know the way, how they behave. You don't know the fooding habit. I said, no, sir. This is an opportunity for me. I'll be
Absolutely.
able to understand the four different states, Kerala,
Absolutely,
Tamil
sir.
Nadu, Karnataka, and Andhra. I'll be able to understand their way of living. I'll be able to love their food habits. Otherwise, I used to only enjoy North Indian food. And
Yes.
at the same time, during that days, the South Indian doctors were supposed to be the most learned doctors. So I tell them, I said, sir, I'm going to be one of the most learned people, fraternity. I'll be able to learn myself. I'll be able to understand myself.
Absolutely.
So these are the three anecdotes which I like to tell you. There are many anecdotes are there which have been converted, and it is I always see that not a half glass empty. I always see as a half glass filled.
Absolutely. And wonderful experiences, sir. Literally wonderful experiences. Okay, sir, one more last question I'll take, guys. I'm so sorry. We don't have time. It's almost 1:30.
No
I'll take
problem.
one more question. Sir, if you could go back in time, what advice would you give to your younger self?
Yeah, very nice. At that time, when we are very young, we are very aggressive. We should be aggressive, but we should be very assertive. I repeat, we should be very assertive. We
Yes,
should
sir.
empathize, which is very important because as the age grows, as the learning grows, we start growing the same. So be empathetic, be compassionate, be assertive and aggressive because that is going to give you the right direction. Because your attitude is positive, inculcate these habits and these are going to make a difference.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. So, thank you very much, sir. And thank you, everyone, for your questions and wonderful interaction. And I hope you all have filled, guys. Again, I'm telling, before going, please, everyone, fill the feedback form I have shared again here, chat box. Okay, so thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for this wonderful, wonderful leadership dialogue. It was amazingly successful, and the student, the participant has contributed, and they have asked a lot of questions, lot of questions. So it was amazing and very realistic questions, very amazing questions. Life related questions, professional related questions. So, and thank you for sharing your experiences. I would guys suggest you all to just purchase this book, Attitude Matters. It's not costly. It is just I think 200 rupees. And if you would like to, there are 51 chapters, guys. In 120 pages there are 51 chapters, and you will get everything, all the things related to attitude. You will get everything in this book. Okay, so thank you, sir. Thank you very much for
And
your
if
time and for your concern. Thank you
and
very much.
somebody wants to connect with me, they can connect with me with my this LinkedIn profile,
Yes, so you
right? Which
can
yeah.
connect with the sir in LinkedIn. Sir has shared the LinkedIn ID. You can connect with him and you can talk to him there. And if you want, you can connect with us through us. We can connect anytime. We can call. Sir is our all-time favorite mentor, and sir is also the part of Curio. So no worries at all, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
We'll
Ajika.
wind up,
Thank
sir.
you, everybody. You made
Thank you,
my
everybody.
Sunday
Thank you.
very
Thank
well.
you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Tanvi, for the wonderful hosting as well. Thank you,
Tanvi, you
everyone.
made it. And I promised Tanvi to have a cup of tea at her place. So
Ah,
whenever
done.
I'm
Very sure.
coming,
Very soon, very soon. Yes, yes.
thank
Thank
you,
you,
sir.
sir. Thank you. Take care, sir. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye, everyone. Take care. I hope you have filled the form, guys. Please fill the form. Thank you, sir.